Alright, quick update in the interior. Look at this thing. It's a damn spaceship. When I open the door, yo!
It's listening.
Most of my modifications have gone towards enhancing performance or addressing a pain point of some sort on my vehicle, and this project is no exception. So I've been working to enhance the exterior of my car with premium lighting that's integrated with the vehicle, and I love that welcome animation so much. But I found that when I got inside the car, the vibe was just underwhelming. It's not that it's bad, it's just lacking, especially when I compare it to the ambient lighting offered by competitors in the class. I mean, even my wife's old Jeep Grand Cherokee has illuminated buttons, handles, and cup holders. So over the last couple months, I took everything I learned and applied it to my interior with ambient lighting setup on crack. It's fully integrated with the vehicle and it's fully customizable. It goes beyond the standard ambient lighting setup and gives me the ability to actually set a vibe. Anything from, the club to, racing in Mexico or heists. Or, since I am a family man, there's subtle mode too. So if I'm driving my boss around or driving my family to church, it has the ability to blend right in and not stand out. But it still breaks necks at meets and shows, and I've got dashcam footage to prove it.
Oh shit, I like that. He got the strip going.
Baby, he got the strips.
That's some smart shit. Damn, we just got no idea.
So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I did it. Just note, this is a fully custom install. This is not that plug and play crap that you can plug into your cigarette lighter. As always, check out the description. I've got links to all the products that I use, including any coupon codes where relevant, and I'm also listing all the tools that I use to get the project done, in case that helps. Lastly, there will be chapters applied to this video, so you can just go ahead and jump to whatever is relevant to you. Other than that, sit back and enjoy.
I am an amateur photographer and videographer, and part of that really involves understanding and appreciating light. Me personally, I really love top-down light, and I think I'm going to try to reflect that in my interior build today. So here we are in the interior of my car, and what I've done is just taken one of my video lights and I'm running it through the sunroof, and you can already see what a different dramatic effect that makes over, the regular lighting that, we've got in the car. Let me see if I can. So this is the tired ass interior that most of you guys are familiar with, but end of the day, nothing really special here, nothing going on. But see the difference that just a little bit of top lighting makes? Ugh, that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I think what I'm gonna do, a strip, an LED strip coming across the top here, along the windshield right back there. And I'm probably gonna do the same thing in the back here. I'd like a strip going across the top of the rear windshield. I don't know why it's called a windshield because it's not really shielding wind, but across the rear glass here. And I'm gonna measure pretty much right on this here is kind of the dot matrix that goes around the window. That's where I'm gonna stick the LEDs, in hopes that when I'm sitting or when my passenger is sitting, the edge of the roof line here will block you from seeing any individual pixels, and you'll just get that nice flood of light coming down. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm pretty sure it's something that hasn't been done before, but instead of those Amazon special rope LEDs that you see on some people's installs, it looks like Tron lighting basically.
it's usually one color and people have it running all over here and all over there, and it looks tacky, it looks aftermarket. We're not doing that. So what I'm looking to do is get some really thin addressable strips from Seth at Glowe LED. He's working on a prototype now. Should be ready in a couple weeks. What I'm planning to do is install those somewhere in here, somewhere in all the door panels. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm gonna do yet. I really need to see the product and see how I can fit it into my install. I think it would be really dope to have something that follows the natural line of the body here. Follow this seam right here. Go all the way around. And again, follow this seam down here, really subtle. And then I would love for that to be integrated with the welcome animations too, so that when I open the door, it does a nice broop, broop. Welcome to the car, come drive me daddy. That's what I'm looking for. One last thing that I was considering, and I haven't really figured this out, but it would be really awesome to disassemble this door panel and cut into this, I'm pretty sure it's just plastic, it's not stainless steel, but it would be cool to do just a very thin line and have some lighting behind that, just to kind of help out the ambiance in here. So it's really speculative right now. I haven't dug into anything. I haven't even gotten started with phase one. I don't know how it's all gonna go, but yeah, that's where we are right now. That's the plan. That's a high level plan. We'll see how it turns out. So sit tight.
I've been all in my bag. You been all in my business. You be all in your feelings. I've been all in them trenches. I've been all in my bag. You be all in my business. Know they notice me flexing. Fit in all of my fitness. I've been all in my bag. You been all in my business.
Okay, pro tip. So under the seats of the Infiniti Q50, there isn't really anywhere to stick the adhesive that's on the back of these LED strips. So what I did was get these little metal channels, and you can cut them down exactly to size, and you can stick the LEDs into these channels, and it does two things. One, it gives you some structural rigidity so you can point the lights exactly in the direction you want them to go. And two, it gives you some added protection for the LEDs so they're not just floating around under your seats waiting to get snagged on something. Links to these channels are in the description.
I really want it tucked, so I'm getting it deep. Whoa. Tucked real nice behind there.
Now the technique's going to be the same, but the one I recorded was actually my test run with some cheap Amazon strips. I did this while I was waiting for my Glowe strips to come in, just to make sure that this was the effect that I actually wanted. This is what I wanted to do. This actually looks really good. It just wasn't as bright and as bold as I wanted it, so I knew that I wanted to have glow LEDs in here to match my underglow. And you can see just the difference in intensity, the underglow versus what's in the car. I want them to be matching, and that's why I decked this entire thing out with glow LEDs. So this entire interior is actually powered by a single Blue Ghost light, and that allows me to not only have customizable colors, but also customizable and color chasing animations that match with the animations that are going on in the rest of my car with my headlights and my underglow. This also lets me incorporate my interior into my welcome lighting, which I love.
All right, welcome animation just stepped up. Check this out. That's so fucking fresh. Yo.
So I have all my data going from the Blue Ghost to each of those strip sections, but I've got the power for each of the strip sections going through this 4-channel switch. I did this to give me some flexibility. I wanted to be able to control whether my dome lights were running, my Footwell lights were running, and my glow ropes were running, and I wanted to be able to control them independently or all together. I don't know how far into this rabbit hole you want to go. I can walk you through all the wiring for this, and I will link to the wiring diagram in the description. But if this is something that anybody wants me to kind of talk through the wiring, how this is all connected together, I will do it in a separate video. Let me know in the comments if this is something you're interested in, and I'll pull together a different video. All said and done, this power center is located right behind my passenger glove box. So this allows me to run a 12-volt run of power back behind the glove box there, right where your cabin air filter is, and run the controller as well as the switch right there in the glove box, and then run the individual strips of wire through the car where they need to go to power the individual strips. Yeah, glow days are becoming my favorite days. I love getting a good glow delivery. So today, I've got the final piece to the puzzle for my interior project, which is the new Glowe Rope. Yes, sir. So, rope, basically, where you don't see any individual LEDs. And that's done through 2 ways. One, inside the rope is LEDs that are extremely high pixel density. I believe it's 144 pixels per meter, which is just crazy. I don't know if you can see that detail, but you've got cut points between each pixel, which is really cool. But when you zoom out just a little bit, you can almost see, like, just looking at it, that it looks like a solid beam when you're looking directly at the strip. So that's one part, high pixel density. The second part is the actual casing that it comes in. It's some sort of rubber or plastic casing, but it's diffused on the outside. And what that results in, once you put the strip in there, the strip and the LEDs actually point upwards. So the diffusion basically reflects it outwards from the side of the strip. And what you end up with is a solid beam of colored light. You don't see any individual pixels at all. It's really cool. So what we're gonna do is install this in each of the door panels, and I'll be able to have full color control, full animation control, because these are all addressable strips, which means that each individual pixel can be told what to do, what color, what brightness, etc. to display. So it opens you up to having really cool animations in here. I love this stuff. I'm so excited about what it's going to do in my interior. Now, one last thing you should know is that this is white. So depending on your application, it may or may not work out for you. It also comes in black, and that just arrived today also. So it's the same LEDs on the inside, 144 pixels per meter, but instead of a white casing, it comes in a black casing, and that allows you to have much more stealth installations. The only thing to note with this is that it will reduce the light output of those LEDs. So again, it is for that more stealth look, but you're not going to be scorching anybody's eyeballs with your LEDs in here. Okay, so now let's talk lengths and placement for the glow rope within the car. Starting in the rear, each of the rear doors is going to take a single 32-inch strip. And then looking at the front driver compartment, you're going to have a 7-inch strip on the left and almost 34 inches surrounding you on the right, going under the center console there. Then for the passenger compartment, you're just going to have one sweeping strip that goes along the glove box and right under the center console, and that's going to be 47 inches. So all said and done, you're looking at over 200 additional inches of Glowe Rope, which is a lot of LEDs to be cramming into a small cabin. So you're going to get a lot of light from this. Additionally, I've got another 36 inches of regular glow strips for your handles and cubbies. Now here's where it gets really interesting. So for everywhere that you're putting Glowe Rope in, you're going to want to carve out a 6mm channel that you can kind of tuck the Glowe Rope in, get it positioned really well. And what I did was super glue each section wherever it was touching something plastic. Now I'm going to be honest, I was really hesitant to take a Dremel to my interior until I realized that all the places that I was cutting are just plastic panels basically. And when I looked up replacements online, for brand new it was like $50 per panel, and I can even get cheaper from that if I found a part out. So not super worried about, you know, replacing this or returning to stock if I ever need to do that. This is what took up a lot of time, so I kept shaving down just, you know, a little bit and just test fitting the strips to make sure that they were getting a really good snug fit. I didn't want any gaps anywhere because, again, I wanted this to have an OEM plus like look. Now there was only so much I could do with the door panel on the car, and I knew I was going to have to remove the door to get the handle glow and the cubby glow in and then run the wiring for that strip anyway. So next step was to take off the door. I'm not going to walk you through that process because there's plenty of those DIYs online, whether you're changing out your mirror sequentials or changing out your window regulator. Search for that and you'll find plenty of how-tos on how to remove the doors.
All you got to do is release this clip here, and there's a little metal knob, and that kind of comes right up. And then the same thing for this one. Release this plastic here that's kind of engaged. Looks kind of like something phallic. And pull up, and then and what I did was put it right on top of there, and then I etched out a little channel with the Dremel so the light can pump down in there, but obviously you won't be able to see any individual bulbs. In order to make that happen, you just have to remove, I think it's just these two screws right here, just this one here and that one there, and then you can get your door handle out. So sit tight. There, so that channel's done. It's carved out. It's not the prettiest thing, but it doesn't really need to be because nobody's gonna see this at all. It's gonna sit in there like that. If there's anything dangling down, I'll shave it down with my knife, obviously, but yeah. So now all we got to do is position the light strips on the top here and glue it down, and I'll let that sit overnight so it all cures. This is the stuff that I'm using: clear adhesive sealant, silicone, RTV.
Okay, next day I've got the door reassembled. I've got lighting in the handle here, I've got my glow rope, and then I've got a little strip of lighting that I tucked through in this cubby hole to illuminate that cup holder. Now all these three lighting elements are on the same channel. They're all connected with sort of a 3-to-1 harness that I'll plug into the channel that's powering it. So all of these are going to run the same animation once they're connected. So the process is slightly different on the rear doors. You still need to remove them and remove the door handle to get it out. But I found it easiest to lay the strip by using the Dremel to cut off the plastic connectors that connected the top and the bottom half of the door, lay the strip down, and then just use the pop-in connectors to hold it sturdy on the door when you're reinstalling it. Again, this is a little crazy, a little invasive. It worked out great for me. I've got no complaints, but in the worst case scenario, if you ever want to go back to stock, these door panels are really cheap online. Look them up on eBay. So that's it, y'all. We covered stage 1 and stage 2 of this interior installation. I am loving this thing. I'm loving the way that it's really transformed the interior of my car and really allowed me to kind of set vibes. I love the music response. I love, just the flexibility that I've got. It's really kind of sets my car apart from a lot of the others. So if you're interested in doing this, definitely check out all the links in the description. I got more details there, links and coupon codes. If this was helpful for you in one way or another, if you like what you were seeing, please don't hesitate to like that like button and smash that subscribe button. I've got plenty more coming. Check me out.
You be all in your feelings. I've been all in them trenches. I've been all in my bag. You be all in my business. Know they notice me flexing. Fit in all of my fitness. My chain dancing, my head big, my top heavy, I let it down. See me shining, they hating on me, they mean mugging, I let them down. She call me Poppy, I'm popping now. Hoes happy, I'm hopping now. Money talks, I'm the only thing these broke boys should be talking about. They talking greasy, we eating healthy, we getting wealthy, you see the difference. Blew her back, then I blew her off. She salty, now she can't be the missus. My partner's country like cornbread. In the city plotting on long bread. These niggas out here going broke, tryna do the shit that they song said. I'm a once in a lifetime flex, never leave lifeline sex. Hit her with the nighttime text, got no time to fight while I stress. I be dripping, baby. Fucks that I used to get missing lately. They acting iffy, he different, ain't he? Hop in the coupe and we dipping, baby. Yeah, the inside be looking like chicken gravy. In my vision hazy, know they hungry and hideous. Ride for my brother like Phineas, finna go fill up the stash. I'm on a mission, my palm just be itching, man. I can't even hold you, it feel like a rash. I came with the funk like a hamper of Pampers, and all of these rappers been stealing the sauce. I just been winning, man. I'm tryna get it, man. It's to the point I ain't feeling no loss. I been all in my bag, you been all in my business. You be all in your feelings. I been all in them trenches. I been all in my bag, you be all in my business. Know they notice me flexing. Fit in all of my fitness. I been all in my bag, you been all in my business. You be all in your feelings. Know they notice I been all in them trenches. Fit in all of my fitness. My chain dancing, my head big, my top heavy. I notice me flexing. See me shining, they all in my fitness. Mugging, I let them down. She call me Poppy, I'm popping now. Hoes happy, I'm hopping now. Money talks, he don't know I done had that. My bucket list got check marks, mics in the pocket, got stretch marks. My neighbors swear that I'm hustling like might as well, bro. She seeing I might whip around the city like my partner's country. Got her watching me and my maneuvers. Why you capping, bragging not a shooter? She gon' give me brain, think I got a tutor. I been too clean for the day. I'm a once in a lifetime paper, thick as 30 lifeline sticks. Shawty fine with her nighttime text. I can't wait to see how that 30 looks. I been out of pocket, I used to get missing lately. Ride around like Bruce Wayne, still hot in that coupe, we fly. sauce. I feel like I'm winning, man. I'm tryna get it, man. That's to the point I ain't feeling no love. I've been all in my bag. You been all in my business. You be all in your feelings. I've been all in my bag. I've been all in my business. You be all in my business. Your feelings. No, they notice. I've been all in them trenches. Been all in my feelings. I've been all in my business. You been all in my business. Me flexing. You be all in your feelings. I've been all in them trenches. I've been all in my business. You be all in your feelings. No, they notice. I've been all in them trenches. Been all in my bag. Ocean under you be all in my business. It ain't me that they notice me flexing. I ain't tripping, been all in my fitness. He don't know I done had that. My bucket list got check marks. My denim pocket got stretch marks. My neighbors swear that I'm hustling. Like might as well, bruh, fuck it then. I might whip around the city like a Uber. God on watching me and my maneuvers. Why you capping, bruh, you not a shooter. She gon' give me brain, think I got a tutor. I been too clean for the dirty looks. Piling paper thick as 30 books. Shawty fine as hell at 27. I can't wait to see how dirty looks. I been out of pocket like loose change. Ride around like Bruce Wayne. Still hot as that blue flame. I might buy the block with my boot thing. Yeah, them squares in your circle, you out of shape. My city think that I got a cape. All of this smoking can't get me a job, but that's just a risk that I gotta take. I'm a rock star, baby. Feel like I'm Chuck Berry in my Sway Sperry. I'm a pop star, baby. Feel like I'm Steve Perry hitting Holly Berries, and it's kinda scary all the power you got when you really be knowing yourself. Know that they cannot control me or hold me, cause lately I barely got hold of myself. Shit, I been all in my bag. You been all in my business. You be all in your feelings. I been all in them trenches. I been all in my bag. You be all in my business. Know they notice me flexing. Fit in all of my fitness. I been all in my bag. You been all in my business. You be all in your feelings. I been all in them trenches. I been all in my bag. You be all in my business. Know they notice me flexing. Fit in all of my fitness. lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that cause I've been working in the kitchen with the dirt on my hand. God tell me why nobody love me but you. Born inside the belly with the gun in my hand. Ain't no time for pity, got some thugging to do. Working in the kitchen with the dirt on my hand. God tell me why nobody love me but you. Born inside the belly with the gun in my hand. Ain't no time for pity, got some thugging to do. I've been working and writing and working some more. Searching for truth and truthfully I'm hurting to know. Why many of millions live where the murderers go. On the daily dealing with shit you never heard of before. See, I got motives of moving my mama plenty of miles. Send me the paper before you even send me the files. I don't kick it with niggas cause they energy wild. You pussy by association like the enemy's child. I'm wondering really where they gather to go. They hate to see you win and they be glad when you fall. That's why I came with shooters never passing the ball. Who would toe tag them and everybody tagging along. See, it's a tragedy, really had to be silly to try. I can show you the way, but is you willing to fly? I'm breaking down the layers, I be peeling your pride till I get to the dead center where the feelings reside. Look in my eyes, you see it lacking the lust. I'm smacking the buster, cause honestly I ain't got the patience to try to deal. Everybody dreaming they making it out for real, so I don't give a fuck how you take it or how you feel. There's a war outside the window and everybody a target. I'm worried about the ending, cause look at the way we started. I gotta get it regardless, cause niggas be living heartless. Gardeners in the war and there's warriors in the garden. So give me a break, give me the space, I'm needing the peace. Give me a legion, I lead them with my feet in the streets. I know they hate it, they show them without being discreet. I see the future, I bet I'm never seeing defeat. Looking for answers, but all they gave me was trauma. I'm trying to cover this drama with plenty packets of petrol. So I be kneeling and looking up to the ceiling. I'm praying to get some healing for everyone in the metro. Now lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that Now lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that cause I've been working in the kitchen with the dirt on my hand. God tell me why nobody love me but you. Born inside the belly with the gun in my hand. Ain't no time for pity, got some thugging to do. Working in the kitchen with the dirt on my hand. God tell me why nobody love me but you. Born inside the belly with the gun in my hand. Ain't no time for pity, got some thugging to do. All my life I've been fighting with plenty of evil. Vices and vices killing plenty of people. Trying to drink the water cause the Henny is lethal. But of course the water got plenty of fecal matter, but that is another matter of course. All the information just a matter of source. Police never seem to know the adequate force, so we just lost another husband who ain't have a divorce. But see the sad sober truth is there's only another day. I bet your president wouldn't have it no other way. I just spoke to granny, I know that I gotta pray. Cause when you know the truth then you know what you gotta say. I'm living in paranoia, purgatory, I gotta move. I gotta get it so every motion a dollar move. And I ain't needing no company, that's a lot of moods. And I've been searching for silence, I need the solitude. I'm solid, solidarity barely made it here. Hard to find a real when these cowards be made of fear. That's why I bring the peace like a priest in his later years. And it's safe to say a sensitive nigga won't make it here. You shed a bucket of blood when you stuck in the mud. Every time I ask them why, they like fuck it because. Took a lap around the city like fuck is the love. I'm trying to make it what I wanted, so fuck what it was. Covered in crumbs, I emerged from the crack in the ground. Put my problems in the paper, then pass them around. Loud enough to wake the neighbor, they mad at the sound. Trying to dial up the deputy, mad at my brown. My back at the wall, battling, straddling blurred lines of where the heat and the fanning began. Kinda funny what the people call a legend, the government call a weapon, but really he just a man in the end. He just a man in the end. I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that Now lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord that I wake again. I wake again. I wake again. I pray the Lord that cause I've been working in the kitchen with the dirt on my hand. God tell me why nobody love me but you. Born inside the belly with the gun in my hand. Ain't no time for pity, got some thugging to do. Working in the kitchen with the dirt on my hand. God tell me why nobody love me but you. Born inside the belly with the gun in my hand. Ain't no time for pity, got some thugging to do.